All right, let's jump right in. The way we all build software is on the verge of a massive, massive change. For a while now, we've been asking AI to, write little snippets of code for us. But we're heading towards a world where AI agents build entire programs. And to get there safely, we're going to need a whole new way of working with them.
I mean, just think about that for a second. What if you gave an AI the keys to your company's systems and it made a catastrophic mistake? It's a pretty terrifying thought, right? But this isn't some far-off hypothetical. It's a very real fear that companies are grappling with as AI gets more and more powerful.
And look, this isn't science fiction. Let's just imagine a company like Amazon. What could go wrong? Well, an AI agent, let's call it Cairo, could accidentally delete live servers, taking everything offline for half a day. A few months later, maybe AI-written code starts causing millions of errors in people's shopping carts. Or, and this is the really scary one, what if 99% of all orders in North America just vanished in one day? These are exactly the kinds of disasters we're trying to prevent when AI works without proper guardrails.
So, that brings us to the core idea for today. Think of a powerful AI as a wild horse. It has incredible strength, incredible speed, but if you don't have any control, it's unpredictable and honestly pretty dangerous. The problem isn't the horse's power. The challenge is learning how to guide it.
And that's exactly what we've been trying to figure out. We've been learning to tame AI step by step, evolving from just shouting simple commands to building these really sophisticated systems around them. Let's walk through how we got to where we are today. So this whole journey really started back around 2022 to 2024. That was the age of prompt engineering. It was all about, how can I ask the perfect question to get the AI to do what I want? Then around 2025, we leveled up to context engineering. The focus shifted to, what's the right information I need to show the AI? But now we've hit a whole new level, harness engineering. And this is all about designing the perfect environment for the AI to work in.
Let's go back to our horse analogy because it makes this super clear. Prompt engineering, that's like just yelling go at the horse. Sure, it might move, but who knows where it's going? Context engineering is a lot better. It's like giving the horse a map and pointing to a destination. But harness engineering, that's the whole shebang. It's giving the horse a full set of reins so you can steer, a saddle to sit on, and even building a fence to make sure it stays on the right path. It's about total control and guidance.
Okay, so let's really zero in on this third generation idea, harness engineering. The best way to think about it is that you're designing the perfect office for your AI, a workspace where it has exactly the right tools and knows all the rules it needs to follow to do its job safely and effectively.
So what is it officially? Harness engineering is the practice of building out that whole system, all the rules, the tools, the checks and balances that surrounds an AI agent. And the goal is simple. Make sure the AI works reliably, consistently, and above all, safely. You're not trying to change the AI's brain. You're just building a really great, safe workspace for it. And this leads to a super important formula. A truly effective AI agent isn't just the AI model, the brain like GPT-4. It's the AI model plus the harness. The model brings the intelligence, sure, but the harness brings the structure, the safety, and the ability to get things done right every single time. One is just as important as the other.
So what actually goes into one of these harnesses? Well, you can think of it in 4 key layers. First, you have guides. These are basically the instruction manual you give the AI, telling it the mission and the rules of the road. Second, you've got constraints. These are like digital guardrails, things that literally stop the AI from writing bad code or wandering into the wrong part of the system. Third, and this is really cool, are feedback loops. These are like little self-tests the AI can run on its own work to find and fix its own mistakes. And finally, you have observation. This gives us humans a clear window to see everything the AI is doing in real time, not just waiting for the final result.
Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but does it actually work in the real world? Oh yeah, a well-designed harness doesn't just prevent bad things from happening, it can create some truly incredible, almost magical results. Check out this number, 1 million. A team at OpenAI built a new software product with 1 million lines of code, and they did it in just 5 months. That's a staggering amount of work. But here's the kicker. This is where you see the power of the harness. How many of those 1 million lines do you think were typed by a human? 0. Not a single one. The entire thing was done by an AI agent working inside a really well-designed harness. This system made their team almost 10 times more productive. And it's not just about speed. Look at this huge performance jump from a company called LangChain. Now here's the wild part. They didn't change their AI model at all.
The only thing they did was improve their harness, adding better checks and feedback loops. And just by doing that, they went from being ranked somewhere in the 30s on a key industry benchmark all the way into the top 5. It's proof that the environment you build is just as crucial as the AI model itself. So this is huge. What does a massive shift like this mean for you, for developers, for anybody building things with code? Well, it's fundamentally changing what the job is.
For the last couple years, we've talked about being a human in the loop. That meant you were right there in the trenches, watching the AI and fixing its mistakes by hand every time it messed up. But the future is about being a human on the loop. You're stepping outside the process. Your job isn't to fix the AI's individual mistakes anymore. It's to design the system, the harness, so that the AI can't even make that kind of mistake again. Michio Hashimoto, one of the pioneers of this whole idea, said it perfectly. When an agent makes a mistake, don't tell it to do better. Engineer the system so it's harder to make that mistake again. That's the whole philosophy right there. You're not training the horse anymore, you're strengthening the harness.
And that really brings us to the final question, the one I want to leave you with. As we all move into this new era, the most valuable skill isn't going to be writing flawless code yourself. It's going to be designing the flawless systems that allow AI to do it for you. So the question is, are you going to be the person fixing the code, or are you going to be the person designing the system?